What's up, and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britain Hassan, here with my favorite Underdog fantasy pick and played for Thursday, January 16th, 2025. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign in promo code DailyDog. That's DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. All right, you may notice that I am in a different location with a weird camera. Sorry about that. Using AirPods instead of my normal mic, so hopefully the sound is okay. Just had to be on the move today for some people in town and whatnot. Couldn't find a quite quiet space at home, so just doing it out in the field, doing some field work out here for the Daily Dog. But that doesn't mean my picks are any different. I'm going to give you a bunch of slips today. I'm going to give you my NFL picks I've already put out this week and the ones that I'm adding to the card. All right. We've also got tennis, we got NFL, we got NBA, or NHL, and yeah, tennis. I think I said that already. But yeah, sign up the promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app for the best promo code out there. That 50% deposit bonus gets you up to $1,000 if you deposit $2,000 to the Underdog app or on the website, UnderdogFantasy.com. All right, yesterday I gave out an extra NFL pick, but I gave you our entry, and I've got one that I gave out yesterday as well. The one from Tuesday was Jameson higher than 54.5 receiving yards and Lamar Jackson higher than 50.5 rushing yards. Both those I think are still playable at that number. Lamar's gone up a little bit, but anything south of 55.5 is going to be a play for me on the higher. Then on the NFL entry I gave out yesterday, I gave you Josh Allen higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. The logic behind that was that it's time to run. It's time to unleash him. It's not going to be an easy game like the Broncos one turned out to be. They need to have him making plays with his legs and making big things happen. That was paired with DeAndre Hopkins higher than 28.5 receiving yards. I love Hall of Fame DeAndre in this spot. I think that the Chiefs are going to lean on him. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to go to the guy that he can depend on, the guy who's been around the league for a long time, the guy who knows how rare these playoff opportunities are. DeAndre Hopkins is going to make a big play here. I think he's going to get this in 2 catches. So give me DeAndre Hopkins higher than 28.5 receiving yards. All right, the one that I'm adding for the day, the new NFL entry, is Lamar Jackson higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's been doing this like 6 consecutive games, something like that. I think he's going to rush well in this game, but I think there's going to be plenty of points to be scored by the Ravens. I think that they're going to have a lot of success through the air and on the ground, but I think he's going to pass 2 TDs. Just when they're around the goal line, it's so hard to cover receivers or tight ends in his case because he's a running threat. Derrick Henry, you need 3 guys on him to bring him down by the goal line. So you have to have so many guys by the line of scrimmage. That means there's plenty of opportunities in the red zone for Lamar Jackson to get passing touchdowns. And also they have big plays. I mean, they're a really great big play passing game, so it doesn't necessarily have to be from in close either. That is paired with Puka and Nacua higher than 2.5 rushing yards in the Rams versus Eagles game. This comes down to, is Puka going to get a rushing or not? In every game where Puka and Nacua has had a rushing attempt this season, he's had higher than 2.5 rushing yards. So do we think that they're going to give him a carry in this game? Absolutely. What are you saving him for? They need it. They need every trick in the book to beat this Eagles team. So Puka and Nacua higher than 2.5 rushing yards. That is a 3x multiplier. All right, let's go to NBA number 1. The first NBA entry of the day, we're going to go with Kevin Durant, higher than 2.5 three-pointers made at the Wizards. I mean, I don't know if you know, but Kevin Durant is from this area in the northern DMV, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. When he comes home, I think he can put on a show. 2.5 three-pointers made. Come on, this guy's had 10+ three-pointer games plenty of times in his career. Let's get a 2.5 three-pointers higher than for Cade, the future Hall of Famer here. Pairing that with Myles Turner, higher than 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists, while the Pacers travel up to Detroit to take on the Pistons. Pistons, I think, are a tough team. I think they're going to be pretty good in this spot, but I think that he's going to have no trouble getting boards and getting points inside against Jalen Durant and the other interior players of this Pistons team. The number for for Myles Turner has actually ticked up. 23.5 is much higher than it was. Even a couple weeks back, we were getting 20.5, 21.5, but he was crushing it. So they moved it up to 24.5 at one point and back to 23.5. Good enough number for me. I think he's going to be pushing 30 points, rebounds, and assists in this game. So higher than 24.5 is not going to be an issue for me at all. Pairing that with the Kevin Durant higher than 2.5 three-pointers made, that's a 3.45x multiplier. All right, NBA number 2, we're going to go Cade Cunningham, higher than 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think there's going to be plenty of points, plenty of assists, plenty of rebounds for Cade in this game against the Pacers. This number, he hit it last time he played it. I think he's going to play it again, hit it again here. I think that Halliburton could be out as well, but might help Cade, just have another scoring threat off the other team to worry about so he can be focused on his offensive performance here. They're going to put out Donovan Mitchell higher than 21.5 points. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs are traveling down to OKC. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a great NBA regular season game. Sorry, yawning there for a second. But Donovan Mitchell higher than 21.5 points. And I'm not playing this just because he had a 40-plus point game earlier this week. He's just a guy that I think is going to excel in this pressure spot. He's one of the veteran leaders of this team. So give me Donovan Mitchell higher than 21.5 points. All right, on to the NHL. I'm going to be taking Nick Suzuki higher than 0.5 assists as the Canadiens travel down to Dallas to take on the Stars. Obviously, the Stars are a very good team, but I think that the Canadiens are getting undervalued here, and I think that Nick Suzuki is going to get some stuff done for the squad. I think he's going to help people out with some assists here. Higher than 0.5, all we need 1 assist from Nick Suzuki. We're going to put that with Filip Forsberg higher than 0.5 assists. Filip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators. As they bring the Blackhawks into town, they should not have trouble scoring on the Blackhawks. And Forsberg is a great point getter. I think he's going to get an assist in this game. He might get a goal in this game too. But he's definitely going to get an assist. I fully believe that he's going to help a teammate out here and get that assist. Pairing that with Kyle Connor higher than 1.5 points for the Winnipeg Jets. As the Jets, Kyle Connor is just a great point getter for this team. But the Kraken are coming to town. Kraken are not that good on the road. They're much more of a home threat. Kyle Connor has 59 points on the year. He is crushing it. I think that this is a good game for him to go off. So higher than 1.5 points for Kyle Connor. That one is paired with Anze Kopitar higher than 0.5 assists as the Kings travel up to Vancouver, take on the Canucks. The Kings have had trouble scoring goals lately. I think the leader, the veteran, Anze Kopitar helps them get through there. Through this kind of dip in production offensively, higher than 0.5 assists for Anze Kopitar. That paired with Kyle Connor, higher than 1.5 points is a super juicy 4.38x multiplier. 4.38x your money will return if you hit this one. All right, I got a couple tennis ones I want to throw in here as well. I got Diana Schneider, higher than 3.0 aces. She is playing against Donovan, not necessarily the greatest mover on tour on the women's side of things. And then pairing out Yuri Lehechka lower than 1.5 sets lost. Yuri is a beast, by the way. He is one of my favorite players in ATP, so hopefully I'm not being too biased there, but he had a nice easy match last time because his opponent retired in the second set. So that means he got some time off. There. I'm having a little allergy issue. But yeah, so Yuri Lehechka higher than, they're lower than 1.5 sets lost against Benjamin Bonzi. Benjamin Bonzi is a mostly challenger tier player. I don't think he's ready for this big stage. Yuri Lehechka has had great success at all before reaching a quarterfinal. I think that his speed, his serve, everything is going to be too much for Bonzi. So lower than 1.5 sets lost. A little bit conservative there, but that paired with Diana Schneider higher than 3.0 aces is a 2.55x multiplier. Pretty low risk, high reward there, if you ask me. Because again, I think Schneider could hit 3 aces in the first set of this series, or of this match. Next tennis entry, Aryna Sabalenka higher than 5.5 aces. She also is facing somebody who doesn't move very well. Claire Pelsford might be the worst mover on the tour. Just a big power hitter who doesn't move her feet very well. Give me Aryna Sabalenka higher than 5.5 aces. Pairing that with Jakub Menchik higher than 37.5 games played. I think that Menchik had a great performance against our man Jesper Ruud yesterday. He definitely did 2 days ago at this point. But it's hard to keep track of time when you're watching on the Open because the timing is way off. But the thing is that he's not necessarily the lead player who's going to run away from more veteran guys. So I think that 37.5 games played, no problem. I think this could go 5 sets. So this number should be an afterthought. That is just a flat. This one is just a flat 3x multiplier. That's Aryna Sabalenka higher than 5.5 aces, and Jakub Menchik higher than 37.5 games played. All right, that's all I got for you today. Let's make some money.